we're going to make it a joint segment here. Usually the out-of-town scoreboard and the standings review are separate, but the out-of-town scores that matter today are right in line with the standings. It's all about the Sodak 16 here in Class AA. Of course, both of these segments, we'll start with the standings review, as that is brought to you by Rhonda Westland State Farm. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. That's Rhonda Westland State Farm. And your out-of-town scoreboard is brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door, specializing in the sales, installation, and service of residential and commercial garage doors and openers throughout eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Door is your local authorized Clopay dealer. Like I said, those two segments going hand in hand this week. As is the Sodak 16, so depending on how you finish the regular season, you get matched up with a chance to punch a ticket to the state tournament next week in Aberdeen, taking place on the campus of Northern State University. So we'll run down the standings and the matchups here, if you want to be technical. Starting obviously here, the 8-9 matchup, 8th-seeded Yankton hosting number 9 Rapid City Stevens. 7th-seeded Brandon Valley hosts 10th-seeded Watertown. Number 6 O'Gorman hosts number 11 Pierre. Number 5, Sioux Falls, Washington hosts number 12, Mitchell. Number 4, Sioux Falls, Jefferson hosts number 13, Rapid City Central. Number 3, Brookings hosting number 14, Sturgis. Number 2, Harrisburg hosting number 15, Sioux Falls, Roosevelt. And the top overall seed in Class AA, number 1, Sioux Falls, Lincoln hosting number 16, Aberdeen Central. We'll try to get updates throughout the game on those if we can to see where one of these teams may be, who might be laying ahead for one of these teams when they punch their ticket to the state tournament. Gazelles and Raiders, 8 versus 9 right here at Sertoma Park in Yankton. The closest matchup on the standings. We'll see how close it is out on the field when these two teams get set to get underway here at the top of the 5 o'clock hour. We're running down. Still got plenty of time before that, though, excuse me. We'll be back here in a couple of minutes on KYNT, KYNTV to take more of a look at this game between these two squads.
Mom, we know the responsibilities you face keeping yourself and your family healthy. At Yankton Medical Clinic, they help complete the medical puzzle for you and your loved ones. Working together with continuity and complete care, you can rest assured their knowledge of your family's health history will provide you constant peace of mind. After all, there is simply no replacement for the doctors and medical teams who really know you. Yankton Medical Clinic, so much care, so close to home.
So, you need a new vehicle. What's the best vehicle for you? Where do you get financing? What's your trade worth? Answer all these questions and more at BillionAuto.com. You can compare 16 new car brands and thousands of used vehicles, all in the palm of your hand at BillionAuto.com. Plus, estimate the trade value of your vehicle in 2 easy steps. It's car buying made easy. Apply for credit pre-approval at BillionAuto.com. All applications accepted, not all approved.
FNBO is the great big small bank, and for more than 165 years, we've been with you where you are. A bank that's ready for all your needs, both big and small. Here to help you earn more, save more, so you can do more every step of the way. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank. FNBO, independent and family-owned for 6 generations, and ever so focused on you. Stop on by or visit us at fnbo.com. Member FDIC.
Hello. Here's to welcoming moments, big and small, embracing the unexpected, savoring life. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, ready for anything. We listen to your goals and help you achieve them with care and coverage. We'll move you forward through sickness and health and every milestone in between. Avera, moving health forward. Learn more at avera.org/forward.
Picture your grass is always greener with a new John Deere mower from your local C&B. Big or small, let the experts at C&B help you find the mower or utility tractor that'll help you get the job done right. Stop in and check out the John Deere Z-Track mowers or take a load off with a new utility tractor with attachments available to help you with projects of all sizes. Go green this spring at C&B. Learn more about available offers at DeereEquipment.com. That's D-E-E-R equipment.com.
Whether it's to watch the game, eat out with family, or grab lunch with friends, Checkers Sports Bar and Grill is everyone's favorite place to eat. Checkers' menu has mouth-watering burgers, satisfying sandwiches and wraps, and, of course, wings. With 18 specialty bean flavors. There's a sauce for everyone. Like to mix it up? Try the sauce of the month. It's Checkers Tuesday to Thursday, 4 to 11, and Friday to Sunday, 11 to 11. On Walnut, just north of 4th Street in Yankton.
For work or play, JJ Benji's has got you covered.
JJ Benji's can help your company or business with the right look for employees.
Logoed clothing for casual Fridays, new employees, or daily wear.
The latest styles and materials. Give your team the look you want.
Speaking of team, if you watch the Plex, Gazelles, or Lancers play,
JJ Benji's is filled with a variety of gear in stock.
For fans from infants to grandparents.
JJ Benji's, 201 Pine Street, Yankton.
For work or play, let JJ Benji's make you look good.
When I'm looking for inspiration, I find it playing ukulele. Music inspires me to be bold and self-expressive. It teaches me how to turn life experiences into art and find new ways to connect with those around me. How do you show your imaginative side? Schedule your campus visit to Mount Marty University at showyourspiritmmu.com.
Welcome back in here on KYNT, KYNTV. I am Brayden Butler. Yankton Gazelles softball on deck here. Coming up at the top of the hour is first pitch. Number 8 seeded Yankton Gazelles, number 9 seeded Rapid City Stevens. This is the Sodak 16 matchup between these two teams. The winner will advance to the state tournament in Aberdeen, taking place next week. Take a look at both of these teams. We'll start by looking at your colors of the game in this segment, brought to you by Buell's Cleaner, offering dry cleaning, laundry, and business services like linens, rags, rugs, and uniforms. Buell's Cleaner, 444 3rd Street in Yankton. The Gazelles wearing a white tops with red numbers and trim. Got a little black trim in there as well. Black pants with a red stripe, red socks, and red visors. Rapid City Stevens, their opponents today, blue tops with gray pants, white numbers and letters, blue visors and socks as well for the Raiders of Rapid City Stevens. Also, shout out to the fans of the game, brought to you by Triple Time Rudy's. No matter what you drive, make sure to fuel up at Triple Time Rudy's. 5 cents off each gallon of fuel on Saturdays. Just say you're a fan of KYNT or KYNTV. Decent Yankton crowd on hand so far already. We're closing in on first pitch, so I expect more to file in as we get closer. Obviously, fans in the bleachers already and also spread out along both the first and third base lines here. Yankton, Rapid City Stevens. And also, and with more TVs and a new improved menu, friends and family to finish for every game. First pitch here, minute by minute. Sertoma Gazelles, Raiders, softball 16 coming up here shortly. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Open Pest is a family business in 1966. And with over 50 years of pest management, they have used a team like solve problems. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bed bugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other proven method of fumigation to take care of your pest problem. Olson technicians will thoroughly get rid of pests. You can rest easy again. Call Olson Pest 800 Buzz. That's 1-800 KILC. Throw another burger on the grill because barbecue season has arrived. Up at the lake, out in the park, and right here in Yankton. Get the family together and head down to Lewis and Clark Lake. Make the most of these summer days while they last. By Shop Easy, everything you need, from snacks to drinks to paper plates. Barbecue season, powered locally at Senate. Shop Easy, owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation, is open 24 hours for your convenience. When you need to be
the kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please go forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte. So you next time, it's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer. The State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are, so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
Sports injuries can be the result of competitive activities, but can also happen by just participating in leisure activities too. If you're experiencing pain as a result of your chosen activity, consider chiropractic care. I'm Dr. Mackenzie Arlington with First Chiropractic Center. We have experienced chiropractors that work with sports injuries every day. Our treatment options are aimed to minimize pain, reduce recovery time, and reduce risk of future injuries. Visit First Chiropractic Center, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
This sports season, keep your athlete hydrated with sparkling ice. Choose from a rainbow of colors and flavors, each sourced from nature with vitamins, antioxidants, and zero sugar. Sparkling ice, tease your taste buds with tropical flavor. And rehydrate with Prime Hydration, the perfect combination of flavor and function, changing how you refresh, replenish, and refuel. With 5 awesome flavors and no added sugar, you're getting the taste you want without anything you don't. Prime Hydration, the perfect boost for every endeavor.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Core Trust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from Core Trust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit CoreTrustBank.com today.
Member FDIC.
At Ellis Family Dental Care, we see patients from 1 to 101. Come experience our gentle touch while you relax in our massage chairs and watch TV. Patients are loving our new digital scanner. No more ooey gooey gaggy impressions. We'd love to meet you, and we're always accepting new patients. Call 665-2530 to make an appointment. Ellis Family Dental Care, where we take care of the entire family.
Look left the entire way. Speed route right up at Carterville. Touchdown, South Dakota. And the Coyotes extend the lead. Be a part of the fun inside the Dakota Dome this fall. South Dakota football season tickets are available now. The Coyotes 6-game home schedule opens September 9th against St. Thomas and includes games against rivals South Dakota State and North Dakota. Season ticket packages are the best value and are available at goyotes.com. We are South Dakota.
Welcome back in here on KYNT, KYNTV. I am Brayden Butler. Let's go over your starting pitcher preview, your vision leader of the season, and your vision of the game. Your starting pitcher preview for the Gazelles is brought to you by Missouri River Associates. Looking for insurance agents that have the knowledge to point you in the right direction? Contact Missouri River Associates in Yankton. Pitcher starter today is going to be Grace Burns on the mound for the Yankton Gazelles. She started every game so far this season. 10-6 overall record in those games. 5.8 ERA, 2.05 WHIP. Handful with many strikeouts as well on the mound, as she has been the rock on the mound. 111 total strikeouts for Burns for the Gazelles. Your vision leader of the season is going to be Ellie Fieser behind the plate, batting over 460 on the year is Fieser, the senior catcher. OBP of 514 and OPS of 1.371. She has been a difference maker all year long when she has the bat in her hands. She's going to be your vision leader of the season. It's brought to you by Vision Care Associates. Looking for the highest quality eye care with a personal touch? Call Vision Care Associates today to schedule eye evaluations for everyone, or visit visioncareassociates.net. Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first. And lastly, your vision of the game, brought to you by Vision Real Estate, where the focus is always on you. It's going to be keep the Raiders off the board, and the secondary key to that is to limit the mistakes defensively. Errors were the main issue for the Gazelles when these two teams met earlier this year, and the Gazelles fell in that one. But you're going to want to keep Rapid City Stevens off the board as much as possible. They've scored double-digit runs in all 9 of their victories. They've outscored their opponents by 109 runs in those games, including 3 separate 18-run victories. They need to have solid pitching on the mound, good play out in the field, and limit those mistakes that proved costly last time these two teams met. Stevens have shown all year that they can run up the score in the blink of an eye. They're announcing starting lineups here in Yankton, and then we're going to go to the national anthem. So we're going to be back at the conclusion of the national anthem here on KYNT, KYNTV. We'll have your starting lineups and first pitch of Yankton Gazelles softball right here in the Sodak 16 against Rapid City Stevens. All that coming up after the national anthem, so stay tuned right here. KYNT, KYNTV.
I'm Lenny, and I've worked at Hydro since 2013. Some say hydro, but it's Hydro. Simply put, we bring aluminum to life by shaping it into the things the world needs. We're global and in over 40 countries. There are 23 plant locations in the U.S., and Yankton is the second largest. This means a career at Hydro is strong and promising, with a great chance to move up or move around. Be a part of a bigger story, a story shaped by you. Jobs.hydro.com.
Do you really think it's a good idea to buy insurance off the internet? After all, it is insurance. It's not a commodity like a toaster. It's a contract to protect what you value most. Your home, your car, your business, your health, and even your life. You need a professional, in-person agent to make sure you have the right coverage to fit your family's needs. Schedule an appointment with us today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Buying or selling your home is one of the biggest decisions you may make in your life. I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate, and I'm ready to help guide you with professional advice from before the listing until after the close. Not only will you get real estate knowledge, but also we provide moving boxes and an enclosed courtesy trailer to help make the move just a little easier. Call me today at 664-5555. Buying or selling your home is one of the biggest decisions you may make in your life. I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate, and I'm ready to help guide you with professional advice from before the listing until after the close. Not only will you get real estate knowledge, but also we provide moving boxes and an enclosed courtesy trailer to help make the move just a little easier. Call me today at 664-5555.
SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab in Yankton has a newer research-based mindset when it comes to treating musculoskeletal aches and pains. We take the time to figure out where the pain is coming from and educate our patients on what they can do to improve their functional range of motion. We administer a range of treatments and preventive approaches that are customized to each individual patient and their health goals. Visit us on our website at swatchiropracticandrehab.com. When you need to feel better, visit SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab out by the lake on West Highway 52.
Want to keep Yankton local businesses thriving? Buy Yankton Thrive Bucks gift cards. I'm Nancy Andy, CEO of Yankton Thrive. Our Thrive Bucks gift cards are great for any occasion, and they make sure your dollars are being spent here in Yankton. The gift cards are sponsored by Kopetsky's Ace, but you can use them at 30 different locations here in Yankton. And they come in a variety of amounts, from $5 to $500. See the list of locations and buy them online at yanktonsd.com or stop by the Yankton Thrive office.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Jim Campbell, insure with MTRC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. MTRCSmithInsurance.com.
Vision Care Associates provides the latest in technology. OptiMap laser imaging. OptiMap allows for a great exam of your eyes without dilating drops. Our doctors are able to show you what the actual inside of your eye looks like during your exam. Having images of your eyes each year means that problems are caught early, and no dilating drops is a big benefit as well. Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
You feel awful. Stuffy nose, then runny nose, the sniffles too. You don't know what to take to make yourself feel better. This is Michael with Yankton Rexall. When you feel under the weather, you want relief, but there are a lot of over-the-counter choices. Some may even interfere with daily medications you're taking. At Yankton Rexall, our staff is here to help you make the best choice for your health. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, located in the Meridian District.
Welcome back here on KYNT, KYNTV. Yankton Gazelles softball is about to get underway as we go through your starting lineups for the Yankton Gazelles. Brought to you by First Chiropractic Center, making life better, one adjustment at a time. We'll start in the outfield. In left will be Cameron Koletsky, and center will be Emma Iacke, and in right will be Kyra Giersma. Jersma, excuse me. In the infield, at third base will be Tori Velick. At shortstop will be Peyton Mosier. Second base will be Brooklyn Townsend. And first base will be Emma Herbolt. Your pitcher and catcher today, Grace Burns, on the mound for the Yankton Gazelles, the senior in this Sodak 16 matchup. She's got a senior behind the plate as well, as that is Ellie Fieser, behind the plate for Yankton. Take time to look at the batting order for Rapid City Stevens as well. Sadie Hunt will lead off, followed by Tia Geese and Neva Kolicheski. We'll take a more in-depth look at their lineup when they get out and take the field in the bottom half of the inning. Take a look at your field conditions, brought to you by C&B Equipment. Navigate around your yard with John Deere lawnmowers from C&B Equipment in Yankton. Today's first pitch temperature looks about 82 degrees in Yankton. Wind out of the south. Check that, just changed, make it 83 degrees. Wind out of the south at 8 miles an hour. First pitch is sent right back past the second basewoman, Brooklyn Townsend, and that's going to be a single to start this game for Sadie Hunt. Hunt will be playing shortstop today for Rapid City Stevens. Also, your umpires of the game, brought to you by the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General. They are the Law on the Diamond. Those are Rick Klein and Terry Chitka. Batting out of the 2-hole for Stevens is Tia Geese, the center fielder. The first pitch is a strike. Runner on first is Hunt after her leadoff single. Trying to lay down a bunt there, looks like, by Geese, but gets too far on top of it, bounces back behind Fieser, the catcher. Burns comes set. She whips and fires, but that one left high for a ball. 1-2 count now to Geese, the center fielder here for Stevens. Neva Kolicheski is on deck. She's playing third base today for the Raiders as that pitch rolls up to the mound for ball number 2. In the hole for Rapid City Stevens is Bailey Kokish. Be playing first base. Swing and a miss there. Gets strike 3. First strikeout of the game here for Burns. That sets down the first out of the inning as well. 1 down, 1 runner on, and that brings up Kolicheski. Burns comes set. She wheels and deals, but that one is off the plate for ball 1. One 0 count as Burns comes sets again. She fires, but that one's in there for a strike. Swing and a miss from Kolicheski. It says winds 8 miles an hour, and I don't believe them, but I didn't go to weatherman school, so I can't tell you. Foul tip there by Kolicheski. First foul tip on a swing of the game. Foul ball start this game are brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency. You don't want the crack of the bat to end in the crack of your windshield and not have adequate insurance coverage. Let Midwest Insurance find the right coverage for your vehicles. That pitch was a ball from Burns. Now the count goes full at 3-2. Burns on the payoff pitch gets a swing, but contact made by Kolicheski, sent back into the backstop. We remain in a full count here. Sodak 16 softball action, the 8 seed and the 9 seed playing here at Sertoma Park in Yankton. The winner advances to next week's state tournament taking place in Aberdeen on the campus of Northern State. Swing and a miss, strike 3, back-to-back punch-outs after the opening single. Now Rapid City Stevens has 2 outs against him here in the top of the first inning. Brings up Bailey Kokish. Kokish playing first base today. 2 down. First pitch is popped up in the infield, drifting towards foul territory and out of play over the first base line. Emma Herbolt gave chase for a moment, but she wasn't going to try to scale the fence and go after that one. 0-1 pitch from Burns. Runner stealing second. Throw down from Fieser. Tagged down by Mosier, and they get her trying to swipe a bag. And that's going to do it here in the top of the first inning. Great play from Fieser behind the plate. Good tag from Mosier. And we go to the bottom of the first. Yankton Gazelles bats are up next. We'll be back in 60 seconds on KYNT, KYNTV.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh combines the speedy service of a convenience store with the surprising selection of the fresh foods and ready-to-eat meals you expect from Hy-Vee. While you fill up your gas tank, you can grab grocery staples including fresh produce and fresh bakery items too, or grab fresh meals or snacks. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
Gift cards are great things to give as gifts. But when someone tells you you need to use a gift card to pay for something you owe, like utilities, taxes, and other fees, red flags should go off, and it should cause you to stop and think. Most legitimate companies will never tell you to pay with a gift card. Before you go to purchase these gift cards, please call Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986 and let them check things out for you so you're not out of your hard-earned money.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYNTV. We go to the bottom of inning number 1 here in the Sodak 16. 4 batters faced technically in the first inning for Grace Burns on the mound. She got 2 strikeouts, but then the runner was caught trying to steal second base. So an unconventional 3-up, 3-down inning, if you want to look at it that way, for Burns to get it started. We go to the bottom half. Leading off for the Gazelles will be Brooklyn Townsend, playing second base today for Yankton. Your full batting order: Townsend will be leading off, followed by Cameron Koletsky in the 2 spot, Ellie Fieser in the 3 hole, Tori Velick batting cleanup, Emma Herbold playing first base, batting 5th, Peyton Mosier batting 6th, Grace Burns the pitcher batting 7th, Kyler Jerdsma batting 8th, and Emma Eyecker batting 9th. First pitch of the bottom half is popped up down the first base line and out of play for a foul ball. Oh, 1 count now to the leadoff hitter, Townsend. Starting on the mound for Rapid City Stevens is Lainey Van Zee. Van Zee is a sophomore for this team. She's wearing the number 4 today. Player the Gazelles faced on the mound earlier this year when they fell to Rapid City Stevens was Neva Kolicheski. She's playing at third base as that one is foul tipped by Townsend back into the netting. 1-2 count now to Townsend. Pitch between the 2 strikes was a ball from Van Zee. One-two count. We're bottom of the first inning here. And Townsend gets sat down with the punch out there from Van Zee. Gazelles sat down to start the bottom half of the inning. That brings up the left fielder, Cameron Koletsky. Ellie Fieser on deck. Tori Velick in the hole. If it gets that far at this point, 1 up, 1 down right now for the Gazelles. We'll see what Van Zee can do here against Koletsky, the 2-hole hitter. Koletsky gets some contact on that one, but drives it foul down the first base line. Early innings of these games are mainly a feeling out process, trying to get a pace of the pitcher on the mound. You've seen it so far by both teams. Foul balls either back into the backstop or down the first base line, showing they're trying to catch up to the speed of the pitchers, Burns and Van Zee. Whichever team can catch up first might get the early advantage in this one, as that one is a ball. 1-1 count now to Koletsky. Van Zee comes set. She fires. That one low inside, ball 2. Two-one count now to Koletsky. Van Zee comes set and fires. This one driven into the dirt down the first base line in front of the Rapid City Stevens bench. It's another foul tip. 2-2 count after that foul ball by Koletzki. Ellie Fieser still standing on deck. One down here in the bottom of the first inning. Brooklyn Townsend sat down on strikes to begin this one. Another foul tip from Koletzki as she keeps battling in the box. Count remains 2-2 as that one was sent into the backstop. Van Zee comes set. She goes through motion. Left that one high, went over the glove of her catcher. That one ball 3. Count goes full to Koletzki. See what Van Zee has here on the payoff pitch. Koletzki has battled in the box. Anything close, she's fouled off as she fouls that one off as well. Count remains full on that foul tip. Full count, 3-2 is the count, one down. Townsend sat down on strikes to begin this half inning. Fired over the second baseman's head, and Cameron Koletzki is going to get on first base with a single. That's going to bring up Ellie Fieser, the catcher. Batting out of the 3-hole. Runner on the base paths now for the Gazelles as they look to be the first one to score in this ball game. Not the exact same order, but both teams starting the top and bottom of the first inning with a strikeout and a single. Let's see what Ellie Fieser can do here in the 3-hole. That pitch low in there for a ball. Showing the vision. Fieser was our vision leader of the season coming into this. That's the top batter for the Yankton Gazelles, batting .460 on the year. OPS over 1.1. Ridiculous numbers for Fieser at the plate. That one finds the bottom part of the zone for strike one. 1-1 count now to the catcher. Fieser takes that one low. Van Zee can't find the spot on that one. 2-1 count now to the Gazelles catcher. One down in the inning. Run runner on. That's Cameron Koletzki, who just singled. That one hit hard, but right at the shortstop. Koletzki slides back into first base and doesn't get picked off. Hard hit ball from Fieser. Unfortunately for her, though, it was right at the Raiders shortstop as that was gloved by Sadie Hunt. That brings up the third basewoman, Tori Velick. First pitch is a strike to Velick. On deck is Emma Herbold. Peyton Mosier in the hole for Yankton. 2 down here in the bottom of inning number 1. It's a 0-0 ball game. Cameron Koletzki on first for the Gazelles. This one hit back up the middle towards the second base. Bounce off the glove initially. She can't corral it. Velick gets to first. Koletzki is going to get around to third on the confusion as well. Mistake at second base by Summer Hallway. Lets Velick get to first, and Koletzki in the chaos scoots to third as well. Runners at the corners now for the Gazelles. Waiting on the official ruling of that play, but I believe it's going to be an error. That brings up Emma Herbold. Playing first base today is Herbold. First pitch taken for ball 1. One-0 count, 2 down, 2 runners on. Velick at first, Koletzki at third. Big swing on the second pitch from Herbold, but she can't get any contact. 1-1 now count. Van Zee trying to work herself out of a jam here. Big pressure moment for the sophomore in a Sodak 16 game early on. That one foul tipped by Herbold. We strike 2. This foul tip back into the catcher's glove. 1-2 count now to Herbold. Van Zee gets her swing and strike three. The sophomore works herself out of a jam, and we remain tied here. We go to the top of the second inning. Rapid City Stevens bats are up next. Be back in 60 seconds on KYNT, KYNTV.
Tuxedo, a real truck company, has new job opportunities for you. You're searching for motivated candidates to fill a variety of roles, including production assemblers on our Wednesday and weekend shifts, as well as an industrial engineer and mechanical engineer. Tuxedo offers a positive and team-oriented environment with many perks and benefits. Let us speak the new opportunities Tuxedo has for you. Visit tuxedo.com/careers to apply.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything being printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing. Every for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
Welcome back here on KYNT, KYNTV. We go to the top of inning number 2. Bailey Kokish playing first base today for Stevens. Re-enters the batter's box. She was at the plate when the top half of the first inning ended, as the runner was caught trying to steal second. First pitch of inning number 2 is popped up into right field. Tracking it is the right fielder. Gets it in foul territory, but runs into the fence, and it pops out of her glove. Tough play there by Giersma. Fan runs down and maybe helps her out of the fence there. I think her foot got cut underneath of it as she made contact. Had the ball in her glove before contact with the fence. That's nothing against her, though. That's a tough play to make. Will be an 0-1 count when we get back underway. Head coach Joe Muth of the Yankton Gazelles out there to talk to her right fielder, make sure everything is kosher out and right. Speaking of your coaching staff today, Joe Muth, the head coach, Amanda Haas, and Nikki Hines are assistants. Managers for this Gazelles team are Olivia Gerard and Rachel Hanna. Second pitch of the at-bat is a strike as well. This one finds its way to Elle Fieser's glove, though. 0-2 count. One foul ball and one strike so far in this at-bat. Summer Hallway is on deck for Rapid City Stevens as that one bounces. Gets past Fieser behind the plate. 1-2 count. Hallway on deck. The pitcher Van Zee in the hole for Rapid City Stevens. These are the 4, 5, 6 hitters due up here for Rapid City. That one high by Burns for ball 2. Two count now to Kokish. Trying to find the lower part of the zone. That's off the plate for a ball. 3-2 count. Full count now to Kokish. Was 0-2 just a moment ago. Good patience and discipline shown at the plate. This one swung on, sent back up the middle. Townsend tries to get a glove on it. Mosier gets there first, but the throw pulls Herbold off the bag and is over her glove. Kokish will take first base. Also down the first base line on the slow roller. Looked like she was going to get there anyway. Runner on first base now for Rapid City Stevens. Same way they started the last half inning, and that brings up Summer Hallway. Looks like we're going to get a courtesy runner here at first base. Try to see exactly who it is at first. Can't quite catch the number. It's either a 5 or a 9, considering 5 started for this team. I'm going to go with 9, and that make it Abby Inman over there at first base. Courtesy running the freshman for this Rapid City Stevens team. 1-0 count now to Hallway. That pitch finds the zone for a strike. Inman slides back into first. Fieser was thinking about a back pick. Wheels and deals does Burns. That one off the plate, though, for ball 2. 2-1 count now to Hallway. Inman the runner on first. Swing and a miss there for strike 2. 2-2 count now to Hallway. The pitcher for the Raiders, Laney Van Zee, is on deck. In the hole is Chloe Olson, the left fielder. That pitch off the plate for a ball. Back pick attempt by Ellie Fieser, but she can't get there in time. Inman slides back into first base safe. We got a full count now. Hallway, playing second base today. Swing and a miss for strike 3 there as she's sat down by Burns. Well, you take a look at the opening inning. It went single, strikeout, and caught stealing. This inning has gone single, strikeout. We'll see what happens here to Laney Van Zee. First pitch is in there for strike 1. 0-1 count now to Van Zee. First pitcher's duel of the evening. Second pitch of the at-bat. Can't find the zone. Be ball 1. 1-1 count now to Van Zee. Abby Inman, the freshman. Courtesy runner still on first. That pitch low and away, but good block by Ellie Fieser. That block right there is going to be brought to you by H&R Block. Open year-round, providing bookkeeping, payroll, and tax services. Call H&R Block at 665-3366. Burns, wheels and deals. This one sent to the outfield, though, off the bat of Van Zee. Gets past the center fielder, Iaker, for a moment. She fires in towards third base. Vellet gloves it. There's going to be a runner at third. It's going to put Inman at third, and Van Zee is going to advance to second on the throw to third. Should be ruled a single with the advance to second. But now 2 runners in scoring position for Rapid City Stevens. And that brings up Chloe Olson. Olson, the left fielder, walking out to M&M. Sounds like something I would do. First pitch is a strike to Olson. Oh, 1 pitch to Olson. Left high of the zone for ball 1. 1-1 count now. The wind's coming in bursts. Sometimes it dies down, sometimes it picks up heavy. As that one is foul tipped up and over the netting. A couple fans walking back from the concession stands had to get out of the way. Reminder that foul balls are brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency. You don't want the crack of the bat to end the crack of your windshield and not have adequate insurance coverage. Let Midwest Insurance find the right coverage for your vehicles. Another foul ball right there sent down the first baseline. 1-2 count to Chloe Olson. 7-hole hitter. Another foul tip. 3 straight foul tips from Olson. 2 runners in scoring position. Rapid City Stevens have shown an ability to attack early. So they're trying to put some runs on the board here in the top of the second inning. That one off the plate for ball 2. 2-2 count now to Olson. On deck is Jocelyn Thompson, and in the hole is Jocelyn Johnson. Thompson, a designated player for Stevens, as Olson gets sat down with the punch out there. Got her looking, did Grace Burns. 2 down now, and that brings up Jocelyn Thompson. Jocelyn Thompson, number 17, the designated player for this team. She's a freshman for the Raiders. First pitch from Burns, swing and a miss from Thompson. 2 down here in the inning. If it gets to her, Jocelyn Johnson is on deck. And then the top of the order for Rapid City Stevens. Second pitch, foul tipped by Thompson, up and over the netting. That one goes out of play as well. 0-2 count now to Thompson. Swing and a miss there for I say it was a dropped third strike, though. Count remains 0-2. This one foul tip back in the netting, so the count's going to remain 0-2 again. Runners on second and third for Rapid City Stevens. It's Inman at third. Van Zee at second. That pitch high and away, ball one. 1-2 count now to Thompson. The freshman's got to battle back at the plate, getting into an 0-2 count early to an experienced pitcher like Burns. That one finds the zone and sets Thompson down looking. Grace Burns works out of the jam there and strands two Rapid City Stevens runners on base at second and third. We go to the bottom half of the second inning. Yankton bats up next when we come back in 60 seconds on KYNT, KYNTV.
First Dakota National Bank has been paving financial futures since 1872. But when it comes to supporting a community, it takes more than experience. Financial planning takes a personal touch, which is why we offer a wide range of customizable options for personal, business, and ag banking. We've been doing banking longer than anyone else, but we're first because our goals have never changed. Helping local communities plan and reach their financial success has and always will be what we're here for. Member FDIC.
Mom, we know the responsibilities you face keeping yourself and your family healthy. At Yankton Medical Clinic, they help complete the medical puzzle for you and your loved ones. Working together with continuity and complete care, you can rest assured their knowledge of your family's health history will provide you constant peace of mind. After all, there is simply no replacement for the doctors and medical teams who really know you. Yankton Medical Clinic, so much care, so close to home.
Welcome back here on KYNT, KYNTV. Bottom half of inning number 2 underway here, and Peyton Mosier leading off for the Yankton Gazelles. 0-0 ball game still. Grace Burns stranded a couple runners on base in the top half of this inning. First pitch to Mosier is low for a ball. In the top half of the inning for Rapid City Stevens, 2 hits, no runs, 2 left on base. 3 strikeouts as well for Burns on the mound. She was able to battle out of that situation. This one foul tipped up and over the netting here by Mosier and out of play. Van Zee comes set. That one rolls over the plate for ball 2. 2-1 count now to Mosier. Grace Burns, the pitcher, is on deck. Big swing there from Mosier, driven down the right field line. That one's going to be fair, and she's going to stand on first base with a leadoff single here in the bottom half of inning number 2. Grace Burns to the mound now with Mosier on first. Burns batting in the 7 hole here. We have our second pitcher duel of the game. Van Zee was able to get a hit off of Burns in the top half of this inning. We'll see if Burns can get one off of Van Zee. First pitch low for ball 1. Van Zee singled on that play before advancing to second on a throw to third, trying to get the lead runner. Second pitch of the at-bat. That one out of the zone as well, ball 2. Burns, the senior, showing discipline at the plate now in a 2-0 count. Make that count 3-0. That one low and inside. Burns had to pull her back foot there. It looked like it could have been hit by a pitch on that play. 3-0 count now to Burns. See if she's taken all the way. She was, but that one finds the zone for strike 1. 3-1 count now from Van Zee to Burns. Van Zee with a 3-1 pitch. That one low. Ball 4. Burns takes first base. Runners on first and second now for the Gazelles. Yankee Gazelles head coach Joe Muth coming out to talk to the home plate umpire. Looks like a courtesy runner situation. Running out to first base right now for the Gazelles is Madison Gerard, sophomore for this team. Kyra Jeersma at the plate. Playing right field today here. Jeersma is a freshman on this Gazelles team. Runners on first and second now for the 8-hole hitter for the Gazelles. First pitch of the at-bat. That one's low, inside a little bit as well, ball 1. No, they're going to say it went off the shoe tops. Hit by pitch, and she'll take the base. Bases are now loaded, and that brings up Emma Iacke. Iacke steps into the box with the bases loaded. Top of the order is on deck with Brooklyn Townsend, followed by Cameron Koletsky and Ellie Fieser. First pitch to Iacke is high, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch from Van Zee. That one low, ball 2. Van Zee was able to work out of a jam in the first inning with a runner on second and third. But a single walk and a hit by pitch has the bases loaded with nobody out. Wild pitch gets away from the catcher. Mosier thought about it for a moment, but she hustles back to third base. 3-0 count now. Part of playing it safe there for Mosier, got to think. One more ball and she's going home anyway. Risk outweighs the reward on that one as Van Zee in a 3-0 count. That one finds the bottom half of the zone, though, for strike 1. 3-1 count now to Iacke. Townsend is on deck. Koletsky in the hole. That's the top of the order for the Gazelles. Nobody out. 3-1 count, and the bases are loaded here in the bottom of the second inning. And that one's off the plate. Ball 4. Mosier comes home. So the third 3-base of the inning. Still nobody out, and that brings up Brooklyn Townsend. Okay, we got a mound visit here for Rapid City Stevens. Mound visits are brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break and looking for a new direction, visit job.hedro.com. Doesn't look like there's a move to make a change on the mound. Just want to have a little discussion, talk it over. Head coach for Rapid City Stevens is Sherry Grismer. She's assisted by Ashley Knapp, Tanner Wagey, and Amy Marill. Managers for Rapid City Stevens as well, while we're talking about it, are Arwen Barbosa Diaz, Sarah Erickson, Clara Jensen, and Elise Zent. See if any moves are made here during this mound visit. We'll be back in 30 seconds as we're taking a break here on KYNT, KYNTV, back in 30.
FNBO free checking is checking that's actually free. No fees or minimum. And now, no overdraft fee. It's ever so personal, with people to help every step of the way. And easy, with a mobile app that allows you to deposit checks and manage your accounts wherever you are. So make the switch so you can do more with a great big small bank. Visit FNBO.com to learn more or stop on by. FNBO free checking. It's ever so free. Member FDIC.
Still under a break in the action here in Yankton. We got a mound visit for Rapid City Stevens. Coaching staff for Stevens now conferring with the home plate umpire. The play band coming off the arm of Laney Van Zee as well. This could signify a change on the mound. If it is a pitching changes are brought to you by Conkling Distributing. Time to rehydrate with Prime Hydration, the perfect combination of flavor and function. Changing how you refresh, replenish, and refuel with 5 awesome flavors and no added sugar. You're getting the taste you want without anything you don't. Prime Hydration, the perfect boost for every endeavor. From the looks of it, that will do it for Laney Van Zee on the mound today. Looks like the junior Neva Kolicheski will be stepping in her place. Going to take another quick break here on KYNT and KYNTV. Back in 30 seconds. First pitch of the next at-bat from Kolicheski, as well as a look at Van Zee's stats as her day is done on the mound for Stevens.
Hello. Here's to welcoming moments, big and small, embracing the unexpected, savoring life. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, ready for anything. We listen to your goals and help you achieve them with care and coverage. We'll move you forward through sickness and health and every milestone in between. Avera, moving health forward. Learn more at avera.org/forward.
Welcome back in here on KYNT, KYNTV. Neva Kolicheski, the pitcher, on the mound now for Rapid City Stevens, and she comes in a jam. Bases loaded, nobody out, and Rapid City Stevens now trailing by 1. It's a 1-0 lead for Yankton. The starter today for the Raiders, Laney Van Zee, went 1 full inning, allowed 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, and issued a hit by pitch as well. Van Zee had a good opening inning. Struggled with location here in the second, led to this change to Kolicheski. Kolicheski comes from third base out onto the mound. So look at the change at third as well, now in her place. Number 34 for Rapid City Stevens as Kara Cox. First pitch from Kolicheski is off the plate for ball 1. Grounder to third base, Cox. The bases were loaded. She fires home. Gets the force out at home plate. The bases remain loaded, however. Townsend reaches on a fielder's choice. That brings up Cameron Koletsky. One down now here in the bottom of inning number 2. 1 run already crossed the plate for the Gazelles as they lead 1-0. Bases are loaded. First pitch of this at-bat to Cameron Koletsky is a ball low. Koletsky singled in her last at-bat, drove it to the outfield. She does that again. Score will score at least 1, maybe 2. Might score 1 here on the wild pitch. Sliding in at home plate is safe. That's Kyra Jeersma, the right fielder. Runners advance as well on the wild pitch, so now runners at second and third. Cameron Koletsky at the plate. 2-0 count to Koletsky as well, with Ellie Fieser on deck. Pitch a ball as well to Koletsky. 3-0 count now. Kolachewski wheels and deals. That one finds the zone for strike one. 3-1 count. Koletsky looks like she was taken all the way there. Kolachewski gets Koletsky to swing at that one. He's able to pull the rug out underneath of it as it dropped out of the zone on the swing. 3-2 count. It's full to Koletsky at the plate. One down in the inning, 2 runners on, second and third for the Gazelles. 2 runs have already come across. This one bouncer back to the shortstop. Runner stays at second. Another runner comes home, though. Out at first is Koletsky, but she gets an RBI as Emma Iyaker comes across the plate. That brings up Ellie Fieser with a runner on second. 2 down. Yankton leads 3-0 here in the bottom of inning number 2. Fieser at the plate. Tori Velick on deck. And the hole is Emma Herbold. First pitch to the catcher, Fieser. Off the plate, ball 1. These last 2 runs that have come across have been credited as earned runs against Van Zee as well, since they went on to the base paths with her on the mound. Second pitch is a strike, so 1-1 now is the count. 2 down here. Bottom of inning number 2. 3-0. Yankton leads here. It's a Sodak 16 matchup. The winner of this one will advance to the state tournament in Aberdeen. That one bounces in front of the plate. Good block behind the dish. Potentially saves Townsend from going second to third. 2-1 count now to Fieser. The 2-1 pitch. Out of the zone, ball 3. 3-1 count now to Ellie Fieser. Fieser had a hard line out in her first at-bat, right at the shortstop. It's one of the things that happens in softball. You hit it right on the screws. It's just unfortunately right at somebody. She hits this one also right at the shortstop. It bounces before it gets there, though. Gloves it, throws it over to first base as a 6-3 putout. And Stevens gets out of the inning, but not before 3 Gazelles trot across home plate. 3-0 ball game as we go to the top of the 3rd inning. Rapid City Stevens looks to cut into the lead they just gave up to the Gazelles. When we come back here on KYNT, KYNTV, back in 60 seconds.
Picture your grass is always greener with a new John Deere mower from your local C&B. Big or small, let the experts at C&B help you find the mower or utility tractor that'll help you get the job done right. Stop in and check out the John Deere Z-Track mowers or take a load off with a new utility tractor with attachments available to help you with projects of all sizes. Go green this spring at C&B. Learn more about available offers at DeereEquipment.com. That's DEER equipment.com.
When I'm searching for adventure, I find it on the range. Archery challenges me to be curious, see opportunity, and welcome big challenges. It teaches me to focus and never quit until the last arrow hits. Archery allows me to show my spirit at Mount Marty University. How do you show your adventurous side? Schedule your campus visit to Mount Marty University at showyourspiritmmu.com.
Welcome back here. Top of inning number 3 in Yankton. The Gazelles lead 3-0 over Rapid City Central in this 8-9 matchup of the Sodak 16. Winner of this game will move on to the state tournament in Aberdeen next week. The loser will conclude their season here on the softball field. This is the inaugural season as a sanctioned high school sport in the state of South Dakota for softball. The Gazelles came into this one on a 3-game losing streak, and they lead by 3 here as they're trying to stop that skid and also an avenge and a regular season loss to Rapid City Stevens, 15-7. That one on May 5th, taking place up in Sioux Falls. 1-0 count here to start inning number 3. Second pitch of the inning is sent to the outfield, up and over the head of the right fielder, Kyra Jersma. That's going to be at least a double, makes a turn at second, heading to 3 as the ball gets back into the infield. That is a lead-off triple for Rapid City Stevens, as that's Jocelyn Johnson standing at third base. Top of the order now up for the Raiders. So that brings up Sadie Hunt. It's one way to answer to the 3 runs put on the board by the Gazelles. Hunt singled in her first at-bat before she was caught stealing out on the base paths. 0-1 count now to the first pitch is in there for a strike. Jocelyn Johnson on third after her opening triple. That one out of the zone, ball 1. The 1-1 pitch to Hunt. That one's off the plate, ball 2. 2-1 count now. Burns comes set. She wheels and deals, gets a swing from Hunt. Hunt makes a little bit of contact, but drives it back into the backstop for a foul ball. Here in the top of the third inning in Yankton. 3-0 Gazelles lead over the Raiders. This one driven out to left field. Koletsky giving Trace near the fence. She gloves it in the outfield. Fires in. Looks like that's going to be a sac fly. RBI, though, for Rapid City Stevens as Johnson comes across to score. They get one back here in the top of the third. It's a 3-1 ball game. Brings up Tia Geese. Another one hit to the outfield, and that one is gone over the center field fence. Back-to-back hits end in runs, a sac fly RBI, and now a solo shot over the center field fence for Tia Geese. The center fielder sends the ball home and brings herself across home plate as well. 3-2 ball game now after that home run by Rapid City Stevens, showing just how quickly their bats can take some shots in this game. 9 victories this season for Stevens, all of them having double digits, outscoring their opponents, or scoring double digits in those games, outscoring their opponents by 109 runs as well in those victories. This is a group of bats that can get hot and get rolling very quickly. Kolicheski in now, started at third base, now in on the pitcher's mound. Struck out in her first at-bat. First pitch of this one is foul-tipped back into the netting. 0-1 pitch, foul tipped again, up and over the netting and out of play. That foul ball out of play is once again brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency. You don't want the crack of your bat to end in the crack of your windshield and not have adequate insurance coverage. Let Midwest Insurance find the right coverage for your vehicles. Another foul tip. This one sent down the third base line in front of the Yankton dugout. Count remains 0-2 here to Kolicheski. 0-2 pitch, high, ball 1. It's a 1-2 count now. Kolicheski came in relief in the second inning. She is now on the mound for Rapid City Stevens. This one foul tipped. Count remains 1-2. Multiple foul tips in this at-bat alone for Kolicheski. We got ourselves a 3-2 ball game after a sac fly, leadoff triple, sac fly, and solo home run. What we've seen so far, they've got a couple runs across the plate for Rapid City Stevens. That pitch at ball makes the count full. 3-2 now to Kolicheski. 2-2. This one's set on the ground hard to Mosier. She gloves it, fires across the diamond. Gloved by Herbold at first. That is a 6-3 put out here to get 2 down here in the inning. And that brings up Bailey Kokish. Kokish singled in her opening at-bat. This one off the plate for ball 1. That one can't find the zone either. Ball 2. 2-0 count now. Kokish playing first base for Rapid City Stevens. Burns gets a strike there. trying to settle back in after allowing 2 runs here early on. Got the ground out to Kolicheski. Now trying to end the inning here with Kokish at the plate. 2-1 pitch. Blocked behind the plate by Fieser. That one's out of the zone for ball number 3. Check that. We got a 3-1 count. Burns leaves that one out of the zone as well. High and a bit outside. Ball 4. Kokish on first. Stevens did have a courtesy runner in the second inning when Kokish led off with a single. There's a move for one here as this one sent back to Burns. She fires over first base. Herbold gloves it, and that's going to end the inning. 2 runs come across, though, for Rapid City Stevens. One of them on a solo shot by Tia Geese over the center field fence. We'll be back in the bottom of the third with the Yankton Gazelles bats. They lead 3-2 back in 60 seconds on KYNT, KYNTV.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please move forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte. So you next time, it's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are, so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
Sports injuries can be the result of competitive activities, but can also happen by just participating in leisure activities too. If you're experiencing pain as a result of your chosen activity, consider chiropractic care. I'm Dr. Mackenzie Arlington with First Chiropractic Center. We have experienced chiropractors that work with sports injuries every day. Our treatment options are aimed to minimize pain, reduce recovery time, and reduce risk of future injuries. Visit First Chiropractic Center, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
Welcome back in here on KYNT, KYNTV. First pitch of the bottom half of inning number 3 is called a strike to Tori Velick. Neva Kolicheski going into her second inning of work here. She came in relief in the top of inning number 2. Couple runs came across the plate while she was on the mound, but neither of them credited to her. Velick sends that one, bounces just on the outside part of the infield before rolling to the center field glove of Geese. That's going to be a leadoff single for Velick. That puts a runner at first for the Gazelles. Yankton head coach Joe Muth calling time here. Looks like a potential courtesy runner scenario for Velick at first. Take a look at who is coming in over at first base. Number 4, that's the junior Tori Hansen, taking her spot at first. She'll be running for Velick, and that should bring up Emma Herbold. Emma Herbold up for the second time today. Struck out in her first at-bat that came in the first inning. First pitch from Kolicheski. Finds the zone for strike 1. 0-1 count now to Herbold. Kolicheski goes through a motion. That one bounces in front of the plate. Herbold swings at it. Stealing second is Hansen, and she slides in as she gets second base on the steal. 0-2 count now to Herbold. Nobody out here in the bottom of inning number 3, and now there's a runner in scoring position after that steal. My next investment's going to be a paperweight, but I digress. That one finds the zone. Strike number 3 from Kolicheski. I corral my papers, and Kolicheski corrals the batter. Sets Emma Herbold down on strikes. That brings up Peyton Mosier here in the bottom half of inning number 3. Mosier singled in her last at-bat. That was the lead-off inning number 2. Second inning was a very successful one for the Yankton Gazelles. Put 3 runs on the board. This one, grounder gets over the glove of the shortstop and into left field. That's going to advance Hansen to third. Mosier taking a big lead. She's standing between first and second base. There's nobody on first. She had no fear of getting picked off going back. She also back to the first base bag, though. Runners at the corners after that single by Mosier. Back-to-back singles in this one for the shortstop. That brings up Grace Burns, who walked last inning. Kyra Jersma on deck. This one sent right back up the middle by Burns. First pitch swinging, first pitch single. That brings a run home as Hansen scores. RBI single for Burns, makes it a 4-2 game, and it moves Peyton Mosier to second base as well. Pitch runner here for Yankton. So going in for Burns as Madison Girard. Tori Hansen pitch ran earlier in this one. She has come across to score on that single right there by Burns. That brings up Jersma. Hit by pitch in her first at-bat. That came in the second inning. First pitch is low for ball 1. Mosier and Girard stay at first and second. 4-2 ball game, 1-0 count, 1 down, bottom of inning number 3. Big swing there from the right fielder, but she can't find any contact. 1-1 count now. Emma Iaker is on deck. Brooklyn Townsend in the hole. Only 1 down. 1 run has already come across the plate. It's a 4-2 ball game, bottom of inning number 3. This one's sent to the outfield. That's going to be gloved in center by Geese. She fires back in. No runners advance. Good contact by Jersma, but it's right at the center fielder. That brings up Emma Iaker. 9-hole hitter, walked in her first at-bat. That came last inning. Top of the order is on deck. That's Townsend, Koletsky, and Fieser. 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. See what Iaker's got at the plate is Kolocheski. Comes set on the mound. She wheels and deals. That one low. No, catches low part of the zone. My apologies. It's in there for strike 1. Oh, 1 count now. To the center fielder, Iaker. This one popped up the elevator shaft, drifting in front of the first base dugout and gloved. That's going to do it for inning number 3. 1 comes across for the Gazelles. They push their lead back to 2. It's a 4-2 ball game. Rapid City Stevens looks to cut into it again when we come back on KYNT, KYNTV. Back in 60 seconds.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
Do you really think it's a good idea to buy insurance off the internet? After all, it is insurance. It's not a commodity like a toaster. It's a contract to protect what you value most. Your home, your car, your business, your health, and even your life. You need a professional, in-person agent to make sure you have the right coverage to fit your family's needs. Schedule an appointment with us today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Welcome back here on KYNT, KYNTV. Started to unmute the mic, then felt a cough coming on. Had to readjust course real quick, but we're back in the top of inning number 4. Grace Burns out on the mound for her 4th inning of work for the Gazelles. 4-2, Yankton leads in this Sodak 16 matchup. First pitch is popped up down the first base line. Giersma tries to make a sliding grab in the outfield grass, but it comes off of her glove. It will be a foul ball, though. This is Kara Cox at the plate. She sends one to Mosier at shortstop, fires across, gets it to Horrible at first. That's a 6-3 putout. That brings up Chloe Olson. Cox was hitting in place of Lainey Van Zee. Who was subbed out of the game earlier on for Kolocheski on the mound. Van Zee started this game at the pitching spot. First pitch to the second batter of the inning is a strike for Burns. Second pitch of the at-bat, foul tipped back in the netting. That'll be strike 2. Chloe Olson is at the plate. She struck out in her first at-bat, that coming 2 innings ago. Olson at the plate. Jocelyn Thompson is on deck. Jocelyn Johnson, who had a triple earlier, is in the hole. 1-2 count now to Olson. 1 down, top of inning number 4. Yankton leading 4-2. That pitch can't find the zone as well. 2-2 count. We're knotted up. Olson takes that one for ball 3. Count goes full for Burns. Olson showing a lot of discipline at the plate, battling back. She takes a swing at this one and drives it out to right center field. It's going to find just past Giersma glove as she gloves it now. Gets it in, throw to second base. That's going to be a stand-up double for Chloe Olson here. Now there's a runner in scoring position. That brings up Jocelyn Thompson. Jocelyn Thompson at the plate. Olson on second. First pitch is off the plate for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch sent up the elevator shaft. It's an infield fly. Herbold trying to work underneath of it, but it drops just in front of her. Runner gets to first on the mistake. And Olson advances to third as well. Runners at the corners now for Stevens. Jocelyn Thompson finds her way to first base on the air. That brings up Jocelyn Johnson, who tripled in her first at-bat of the game. That came at the top of inning number 3. Johnson was to get a hit like that again, bring 2 runs home, potentially tie this game. Looks like there's going to be a pinch runner for Thompson. Trying to get the name for you on that pinch runner, but controlling my papers right now is easier said than done. First pitch swung on and fouled back into the netting. It's number 3, Maddie Waltman, the freshman, pinch running at first base. Big thank you to Eric Bean of the Yankton Press in Dakotan for helping me find that one. That one is a ball. Throw down to second base as Waltman thought about stealing for a moment, got about halfway there, and then hustled back. One count from Burns. Johnson at the plate. Top of the order, Sadie Hunt on deck. Trying to get a back pick down to third. Can't get there, though. Runner advances to second on the steal. or on the throw. Runners at second and third, 2 in scoring position now for Jocelyn Johnson. 1-1 count with 1 down. This one foul tipped back into the netting. Be strike 2. 1-2 count now as the wind picks up again here at Sertoma Park. Two pitch, swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Burns sets down Johnson on strikes, and that brings up the top of the order Sadie Hunt. Hunt had a sac fly, RBI last at bat, singled in the opening at bat of this ball game as well, so she's 1 for 2 on the day. Technically 1 for 1 on the sac fly. First pitch is a strike to Hunt. Runners on second and third. No sac fly opportunity here, though. 2 outs now in the inning. Swing and a miss, strike 2 there. 0-2 count now to Hunt. Tia Geese is on deck. She had a solo shot in the 3rd inning, so that's not someone you want to see at the plate with runners in scoring position. But a 3-pitch strikeout from Grace Burns ends the top half of inning number 4. We go to the bottom of the 4th, and the Yankton Gazelles bats. They lead 4-2. Rapid City Stevens strands 2 runners on base as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Back in 60 seconds on KYNT, KYNTV.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Jim Campbell, insure with MTRC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. MTRCSmithInsurance.com.
Dr. Steezer, Slowey, and DeYoung are experts in prescribing eye drops that can replace reading glasses. These drops are a new technology that can change the size of your pupil for improved reading. They're convenient for anyone who wants freedom from reading glasses. Our doctors even use them. Call Vision Care Associates and schedule an appointment to see if this new technology is right for you. Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
We return to action at Sertoma Park for this Sodak 16 matchup. It's the 8-9 matchup in the Sodak. 4-2 lead for the host Gazelles here in Yankton. They're trying to punch their ticket to the state tournament next week in Aberdeen. That one takes place on the campus of Northern State University. Brooklyn Townsend, the leadoff hitter, will lead off this inning. She is the top of the order for the Gazelles. She'll be followed by Cameron Koletsky and Ellie Fieser. 0-1 count as the first pitch was a strike to Townsend. She puts a drive into this one, though. Heading to left center field. It's going to split the 2 outfielders as well and roll all the way to the fence. Picked up by Geese in center field. She fires in. But Townsend's got a stand-up double to start the bottom half of inning number 4. Puts a runner in scoring position already for Cameron Koletsky. Koletsky singled in her first at-bat. Grounded out in her second, but it got an RBI. (4-2) is your score here in the bottom of the 4th. Yankton trying to increase their lead. That first pitch is foul-tipped by Koletsky. Count goes 0-1. Eva Koloszewski is on the mound for Rapid City Stevens. Did not start this game. She came in the 2nd inning in relief. That one gets out, put down to the shortstop, fired across the diamond. Safe at first, and then the runner trying to advance from second to third. Townsend gets there in time. Great base running by the Gazelles. Koletsky beats out the throw to first, and a heads-up play by Townsend gets her to third base. 4-2 ball game with nobody down, and the runners at the corners now for the Gazelles. Another change out in the field as Lainey Van Zee is checked back into the game. She's now playing third base. She started the game on the mound. Ellie Fieser at the plate. Throw down to second on the steal attempt. Koletzki's going to get there. The ball's going to get away from second base, and Townsend's going to score on the wild throw. Koletzki's going to advance all the way to third. Mistake in the field leads to another run scoring for the Gazelles, and now that puts Koletzki from first to third as well. We got a mound visit here for Rapid City Stevens. Mound visits are once again brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break and looking for a new direction, visit job.hedro.com. 5-2 is your score here in inning number 4. Miscommunication on the fielding side of things led to another run scoring on a throwing error, and Cameron Koletzki going from first to third on a steal. Ellie Fieser at the plate. She's been an RBI machine this year, and her 2 previous at-bats in this one. Both of them ended up in the glove of the shortstop. One on a hard line drive, another one on a hard hit ground ball that was able to be picked up by Short. Shortstop for Rapid City Stevens is Sadie Hunt, so got to give props where it's due. She's had a couple balls hit hard right at her at shortstop by Ellie Fieser. She's able to corral both of them. The count is 0-1 to Fieser. Mound visit is over, so Kolocheski comes set, wheels and deals. Fieser, hard ground ball. Sent right down the third base line. Head coach Jill Muth in the third base coaching box had to skip to my loot to get out of the way of that one. Oh, 2 count now to Fieser. It's a 3-run lead for the Yankton Gazelles. Kolocheski taking her time to get back to her spot. Another hard hit ball. This one foul. Near the parking lot here. Don't worry, didn't make contact with anyone's cars. Everyone stays safe for now. Just another reminder on foul balls. They're brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency. This one especially. You don't want a crack of the bat to end and a crack of your windshield and not have adequate insurance coverage. Let Midwest Insurance find the right coverage for your vehicles. Get back to the action. The ball got away from the catcher on that pitch, so it's a 1-2 count now to Fieser. A couple young fans working to get that ball back into play that went foul just a moment ago. "5-2 is your scoreline as Kolocheski comes home, bounces it in front of the plate for ball 2. 2-2 count now to Fieser. Back-to-back pitches out of the zone have got Fieser back into it. 2-2 count. That one low, ball 3. Maybe a bit inside as well. From 0-2 to full goes the count. Koletzki still on third. Other bases unoccupied for the Gazelles. Fieser at the plate, nobody out. Tori Velick is on deck. Irma Herbold in the hole. This is the 3-4-5 portion of the lineup. Fieser tries to put a drive into this one. Another one at the shortstop. Hunt fires across, but Fieser is able to beat it out at first, and Koletzki's going to come home on the play as well. Fieser finally wins that battle. Her 3rd straight hit that goes to the shortstop, Sadie Hunt, but she's able to beat out the throw this time. And Koletzki's going to score as well in the RBI single for Ellie Fieser. Head coach Joe Muth talking to the home plate umpire. Looks like we're going to have another courtesy runner here for Fieser. This one is Haley Schulte, sophomore for this Gazelles team. Schulte joins Madison Gerard and Tori Hansen as being used as pinch runners so far in this one. Felix steps into the batter's box. She's playing third today for the Gazelles. It's a 6-2 ball game. Lined up in the pitch. Bellick puts a pop into this one. Got a little too far under it, though. That's going to be shading towards Sadie Hunt at short. I think they're going to get the throw out at first as well on the tag-up attempt by Schulte. She left just a tad early. Double play there, unconventional, but they still got it for Rapid City Stevens. Infield fly, and then a throw back across the diamond gets the force out at 1 on the tag-up. Bases are now empty for Emma Herbold. First pitch, swing and a miss for Herbold. It goes strike 1. Bottom of inning number 4 here. Yankton leads by 4. 6-2 is their scoreline over Stevens. Winner of this game will move on to the state tournament in Aberdeen. This one fouled into the netting down the first base line, out of play. 0-2 count now for Herbold. I'm making a list, and I hope somebody keeps track of it, because I know I won't. Paperweight and bug spray is what I'm going to need out here at Sertoma. Still a beautiful afternoon as this one's grounded to second base. Flip over to first, and that will end the inning. 6-2 is your score, though, as we head to the top of inning number 5. We're getting down the home stretch in this one here at Sertoma. 7-inning ball game. We go to the top of the 5th when we come back on KYNT, KYNTV, back in 60 seconds.
You feel awful. Stuffy nose, then runny nose, the sniffles too. You don't know what to take to make yourself feel better. This is Michael with Yankton Rexall. When you feel under the weather, you want relief. But there are a lot of over-the-counter choices. Some may even interfere with daily medications you're taking. At Yankton Rexall, our staff is here to help you make the best choice for your health. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, located in the Meridian District. Tuxedo, a real truck company, has new job opportunities for you. We're searching for motivated candidates to fill a variety of roles, including production assemblers on our Wednesday and weekend shifts, as well as an industrial engineer and mechanical engineer. Tuxedo offers a positive and team-oriented environment with many perks and benefits. Come seek the new opportunities Tuxedo has for you. Visit tuxedo.com/careers to apply.
Welcome back in here at Sertoma Park in Yankton. 6-2, the Gazelles lead Rapid City Stevens as we head to the top of inning number 5. Grace Burns working with the 4-run advantage. She remains out on the mound. Tia Geese at the plate. Should a solo shot over the center field fence in her last at-bat. First pitch is low for a ball. That one can't find the zone either. 2-0 count now to Geese. Got to play it safe. Geese shows a lot of pop in the bat. Solo shot to dead center earlier. That one inside. Catches the back of Geese's leg as she was trying to pirouette out of the way. So she'll take the free base, hit by pitch. She's on first now. That brings up Neva Kolichiski. First pitch to Kolicheski. She drives it between the gap between short and third. It finds the glove of Koletsky in left field. She fires in quickly, though, to hold that runner at second. But 2 runners on here to start the 5th inning. Yankton leading 6-2. But Rapid City Stevens trying to cut into that deficit. That brings up Bailey Kokish. This one popped up the elevator shaft. Herbold trying to get underneath of it down the first base line. Can't get a glove on it, though. Count goes to 0-1 on the foul tip. That one high for ball 1. 1-1 count now to Kokish. puts a drive into this one, though, out into the outfield. It's going to split the center field and left field gap. Fielded by Iacre in center. One run comes across. Golicheski turning home as well, and she's going to get through uncontested. The ball game goes to 6-4. 2 RBI double for Bailey Kokish. Brings up Summer Hallway. First pitch to Hallway is in there for strike one. 0-1 count. Yankton has seen their advantage cut in half here already. There's still nobody out in the top of the fifth. That one high for ball one. 1-1 count to the second basewoman, Hallway. That one out of the zone as well. Ball two. Burns has been a stalwart on the mound all year. This one foul tipped from Hallway back into the backstop. Burns comes set in a 2-2 count. Forces a swing from Hallway. She just gets a tip of it. Sends it back into the backstop again for another foul tip. Count remains 2-2 in a 2-run ball game. 6-4, Yankton leads in the Sodak 16. Trip to the state tournament is on the line. That one out of the zone, ball three. Count goes full for Burns. Burns on the payoff pitch, popped up towards second base. Townsend gloves it. Townsend got under that one in a hurry. Set up, got the glove underneath of it, and secured it for out number one. Brings up Lainey Van Zee. One at-bat registered for Van Zee. She started this game on the mound. Now at third base. Singled in that one at-bat. Van Zee sends this one down the first base line out of play for foul ball. 0-2 count. 0-2 count with one down here in top of inning number 5. Van Zee thought about that one for a moment, but she was able to hold up. Didn't bring her arms forward. Didn't bring that bat around. Count goes 2-2 on the ball. Foul tipped there from Van Zee. Count remains at 2-2. Excuse me, it's only a 1-2 count. There's an error on the scoreboard. This one, slow roller back to Herbold at first. She's going to glove it and tag. But it's going to advance the runner from second to third. That's Kokish. That brings up Chloe Olson, who doubled in her last at-bat. That one high for ball one to Olson. Burns comes set. She wheels and deals. That one finds the zone for a strike. 1-1 count now. Olson has struck out and doubled in her 2 at-bats. Jocelyn Thompson is on deck. Jocelyn Johnson in the hole. That one finds the zone for strike 2. 1-2 count now to Olson. Another strike for Burns would end this half of the inning. And she gets it swinging there. Strikeout on the and the punch out for Grace Burns. That sends us to the bottom half of inning number 5. 6-4. Yankton leads over Rapid City Stevens. They look to increase their advantage when we come back. KYNT, KYNTV, back in 60 seconds.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh combines the speedy service of a convenience store with the surprising selection of the fresh foods and ready-to-eat meals you expect from Hy-Vee. While you fill up your gas tank, you can grab grocery staples including fresh produce and fresh bakery items too, or grab fresh meals or snacks. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
What's the best beverage to enjoy while rooting on your team? 1919 root beer, of course. 1919 is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. The unique recipe and these choice ingredients make 1919 the creamiest, full-bodied draft root beer available. Find it in 12 packs and single-serve cans at grocery, convenience stores, and restaurants. 1919 is alcohol-free and contains no caffeine, making it a beverage of choice at any time for anyone in the family.
It's a 1-0 count as we come back here on KYNT, KYNTV. First pitch of the inning to Peyton Mosier was out of the zone for a ball. Second pitch, swing by Mosier. She gets a piece of it, but not enough of it. It's a foul tip. Mosier so far in this one has a pair of singles. Those came in the second and third inning. Trying to move to 3-3 on the day is the shortstop for the Gazelles. She puts a drive into this one down the right field line, but that one's going to go out of play over the railing. A couple fans working that ball back into the field of play, so still got plenty to work with. Kolichewski still on the mound as she fires home. That one off the plate for a ball. 2-2 count to Mosier. Kolichewski gets Mosier to swing on this one. She drives out to center field. That's going to bounce once in front of the center fielder, Geese. That's going to put a runner on first. 3 for 3, 3 singles for Peyton Mosier in this one, as that brings up Grace Burns. First pitch to Burns is foul tipped up and over the netting and out of play behind the bleachers here. Another foul ball is brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency. Tell you more about them after this pitch. This one grounded back up the middle. That's going to be another base hit for the Gazelles. Mosier's going to stay at second, though, as Geese fires in a hurry. Back-to-back singles get this half inning going for Yankton. Of course, foul balls throughout the game brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency. More about them. You don't want a crack at the bat to end in a crack of your windshield and not have adequate insurance. Let Midwest Insurance find the right coverage for your vehicles. Pinch runner going in at first base. It's Madison Gerard taking the place of Grace Burns. Kyra Jeersma now at the plate. First pitch to her bounces and is a ball. Emma Iyaker on deck. Top of the order coming up after Iyaker. Nobody out here in the bottom half of inning number 5. Yankton leads 6-4 with 2 runners on base after Mosier and Burns started this half inning with back-to-back singles. That one finds the zone. 1-1 count now. Swing there. Dribbled down the third base line and out of play. 1-2 count now to the freshman right fielder. One-two pitch. This one popped up. Head towards first base, and that is going to be gloved at first base by Bailey Kokish. 1 down now here in the bottom of inning number 5. That brings up Emma Iyaker. Iacre, the center fielder, is the 9-hole hitter for the Gazelles. The top of the order is on deck. That starts with Brooklyn Townsend. First pitch swinging for Iacre, and she gets one past the third base. Making the big turn at third, and coming home is Mosier, and she is in to score. Gerard advances to third. Iacre now on second on the throw. RBI single. Ends up at second base for Emma Iacre. She advances on the throw. That brings up Brooklyn Townsend. Reached on a fielder's choice. Doubled and struck out in this one. She's 1 for 3 on the day. Doubled just last inning for Townsend. First pitch is a strike to her. Got to think Townsend's trying to find a gap again, get both those runners across. Yankton leads 7-4 after the RBI by Iacre. That ball gets away from the catcher. Gerard's coming home. She slides in head first, and she is safe. Another run scores for Yankton on the wild pitch. They now double up Rapid City Stevens 8-4 in this one. On that wild pitch, Iacre also moved from second to third. One count with one down, one runner on in the bottom half of inning number 5. Townsend gets this one, finds the gap between third and short. Sends it into left field. That's another RBI for the Gazelles, and it's an RBI single for Brooklyn Townsend. That brings up Cameron Koletsky. 2 singles so far and a ground out that brought home a run. Koletsky's been effective at the plate so far. Can't find contact on that one, though. A swing and a miss to start this at-bat. 0-1 count. Koleczewski now winds up and deals. This one hits the front of the plate and bounces up and over the catcher's head. Heads up base running by Townsend. As soon as that bounced over the catcher, she was moving from first to second. Other runners in scoring position for the Gazelles. The 1-1 pitch to Koletsky. She puts a drive into this one out to right center field, and it finds the gap between right and center. Koletsky's going to have at least 2, and that's going to bring Townsend all the way around to score. Koletsky's going to go to 3. Stand-up RBI triple for Cameron Koletsky. Makes it a 10-4 ball game. The Gazelles bench can be heard loud and clear right now, as they're happy with their 6-run lead after that RBI triple from Cameron Koletsky. (10-4) is your score. Bottom half of inning number 5. We got a mound visit here for Rapid City Stevens. Mound visits are brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break and looking for a new direction, visit job.hedro.com. We'll see what happens at the other end of this mound visit when we come back in 30 seconds. Back in 30 seconds here on KYNT, KYNTV.
Gift cards are great things to give as gifts. But when someone tells you you need to use a gift card to pay for something you owe, like utilities, taxes, and other fees, red flags should go off, and it should cause you to stop and think. Most legitimate companies will never tell you to pay with a gift card. Before you go to purchase these gift cards, please call Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986 and let them check things out for you so you're not out of your hard-earned money.
Getting back underway here in Yankton. No pitching change after that mound visit. Remains a 10-4 ball game. 6-run lead for the Gazelles. Catcher Ellie Fieser at the plate. Tried to put a lot of power into that one, but got too far underneath of it. Just drove it back into the netting behind the plate. 0-1 count after that foul ball. Fieser has 3 plate appearances so far. All of them have ended up in the glove of the shortstop, Sadie Hunt, one way or another. She's got a line out, a ground out, and an RBI single that she beat out in the infield. That pitch in there for strike 2 to Fieser. 0-2 count now to the senior catcher. whatever was said to Kolocheski in that mound visit seemed to calm her down for now. Back-to-back strikes coming out of that timeout. This one foul tipped up the elevator shaft. Catcher sitting underneath of it. No, Kolocheski comes up and gets it. The pitcher down the third base line. That brings up Tori Velick. Singled earlier on, also reached on an error and flew out in her last at-bat, ended in a double play. As a throw over to first base, beat the runner back to first on a tag-up. Velick takes pitch one, but it's a strike. Kolocheski winds up. She pitched her pitch in there, but it's off the plate for ball one. 1-1 count now. 2 are away here in inning number 5. It's the bottom half as Yankton leads 10-4. Sodak 16 matchup between these two teams. The spot in the state tournament on the line. That'll take place next week in Aberdeen. Velick gets some pop in this one just over the glove of second base. Finds its way into the outfield, fielded by Geese, but that's going to bring home the runner Koletsky. Another run on the board. 11-4 now is your score. The Gazelles lead by 7. That brings up Emma Herbold. The Gazelles have potential to bat around here in this inning if Herbold can get on base. Peyton Mosier led off the 5th. She's on deck now. And Herbold puts a drive into this one into right field. That is long gone off the trees past the right field fence. A 2-run blast for Emma Herbold puts more runs on the board. It's 13-4 now for Yankton. The whole team comes out of the dugout to celebrate as well. Herbold was 0 for 3 before that 2-run blast, and you can see the excitement on her face and these Gazelles. They take the big lead here over Rapid City Stevens. They extend it even more. Closing down to the end of this game. They're trying to put themselves in Aberdeen into the state tournament next week. Got another mound visit here for Rapid City Stevens. Their head coach talking to the home plate umpire as well. Could have a pitching change here. Mound visits are brought to you by Hedro, and if it is a pitching change, those are brought to you by Conkling Distributing. We'll talk more when we come back here on KYNT, KYNTV. 2-run blast for Emma Herbold. Puts the Gazelles up even more here in Yankton. Back in 30 seconds, KYNT, KYNTV.
At Triple Time Rudy's, you get convenient access to quality fuel products. Plus, you'll also find quality South Dakota products like Dimmick cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. With a local-friendly feel and unique product offering, Triple Time Rudy's is your local convenience store that supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers. For all of your daily fill-ups and convenience needs, pull into Triple Time Rudy's at 17th and Broadway.
Welcome back in here on KYNT, KYNTV. Looks like we do have a pitching change out of that mound visit. Of course, mound visits brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break and looking for a new direction, visit job.hedro.com. And pitching changes are brought to you by Conkling Distributing. Time to rehydrate with Prime Hydration, the perfect combination of flavor and function, changing how you refresh, replenish, and refuel. A lot of re's there. With 5 awesome flavors and no added sugar, you're getting the taste you want without anything you don't. Prime Hydration, the perfect boost for every endeavor. You'd think for someone who talks for a living, allegedly, I could handle some alliteration. It's all right, though. It happens to the best of them. 13-4 is your score line. There is a 10-run rule in South Dakota high school softball. We'll see if that comes into effect here. The Gazelles lead by 9 with 2 down. Peyton Mosier, who led off this inning with a single, is now back at the plate. On the mound is Laney Van Zee, who started this game on the mound, moved to third base. Well, moved to the dugout for an inning, then came back out to play third base, and now is back on the mound. Kolocheski slides back over to third base where she started this game. Everything goes back to how we started here in Yankton, as that is a swing and a miss for a strike for Peyton Mosier. 2 down in the inning. Mosier up, Burns on deck. (13-4) is your score. 0-2 pitch, finds the zone for strike 3. Van Zee checks back in and gets the punch out on Mosier to end the inning. But there are now 13 runs on the board for the Gazelles as they had a great inning, half inning at the plate. We come back for the top of the 6th and the Rapid City Stevens bats in 60 seconds right here, KYNT, KYNTV.
Tuxedo, a real truck company, has new job opportunities for you. They're searching for motivated candidates to fill a variety of roles, including production assemblers on our Wednesday and weekend shifts, as well as an industrial engineer and mechanical engineer. Tuxedo offers a positive and team-oriented environment with many perks and benefits. Let's see the new opportunities Tuxedo has for you. Visit tuxedo.com/careers to apply.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ink, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ink your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ink for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
Welcome back in on KYNT, KYNTV. The Gazelles lead by 9. It is 13-4 here in the top of inning number 6. Grace Burns back out on the mound for her 6th inning of work. First pitch of the inning is popped up, drifting in foul territory behind first base. Herbold tries to get underneath of it, but she can't corral it. It's foul out of play, so it will be an 0-1 count. Leading off this inning for Rapid City Stevens is Jocelyn Thompson. Second pitch is driven out to the shortstop, Mosier. She gloves it, getting it off of her shoestrings for that one. One down here in the top of the 6th. That brings up Jocelyn Johnson. Johnson hit a triple in her first at-bat, struck out in her last one. First pitch is a ball. Johnson, the right fielder, is the 9-hole hitter for Rapid City Stevens. Sadie Hunt, the top of the order, currently on deck for the Raiders. That one inside for a ball. Burns trying to shut down this game here late. That one high and away for a ball. Good glove by Fieser. No runners on that would have advanced, but still a good play behind the plate to get up and snag that. Burns finds the zone on that one for strike 1. Burns wheels and deals. This one foul tipped back into the netting in the backstop. 2 strikes now against Johnson. That makes it a full count as well. Johnson, had this count to 3-0 in control. But now it's gone to 3-2 after back-to-back strikes from Burns. This one a grounder to the third base, Velick. Velick fires across the diamond. Good glove by Herbold at first as she drops to a knee to get there. But they get the punch out. That's a 5-3 put out here in Yankton. Another one down here in the top of inning number 6. Umpires are conferring here. The out hasn't officially been put on the board, so they were conferring about the play, and they agree with the original call. It will stay an out at first base. 2 down now here in the top of the 6th. That brings up the top of the order, Sadie Hunt. Tia Geese on deck with Golicheski in the hole, excuse me. That first pitch is a ball from Burns. One 1-0 pitch, also out of the zone, high and away, ball 2. 2-0 count to Hunt, the shortstop. Yankton leads this one 13-4 as Hunt pops this one up and over the netting, over a couple trees here, field side, almost into the other ballpark here at Sertoma. This one driven back up and over the outstretched glove of Peyton Mosier at shortstop. Diving effort, but she couldn't get there. Throw in quickly from center field, but it's still going to be a stand-up double for Hunt. The Raiders trail by 9, but they're still showing signs of life with that double from Hunt. 2 down here in the top of the 6th. That brings up Tia Geese. Home run earlier in this one for Geese. It was a solo shot over the center field fence. That one can't find the zone. Be ball 1 from Burns. Outside of that solo shot, Geese has been hit by a pitch and struck out in this one. That one finds the zone, strike 1. That one finds the inside part of the plate for strike 2. 1-2 count now to the center fielder for Stevens. Burns trying to get a punch out to in the top half of this 6th inning. Can't get it there. Misses the zone for ball 2. 2-2 count. The outfield playing back almost fully at the fence and all corners of the outfield. That one misses the zone as well. Ball 3. Full count now to Geese. Wheels and deals does Burns. And that one finds the zone. Strike 3. The punch out for Burns to end the top half of the 6th inning. As she yells, "Let's go," heading out for the mound. 13-4 is your score. Yankton leads Rapid City Stevens. We go to the Gazelles bats in the bottom half of the 6th inning when we come back in 60 seconds. KYNT, KYNTV.
Ease and confidence should be at the top of our minds when it comes to banking. But if your finances are clouding your future, call First Dakota National Bank. Supporting our local community since 1872, we're here to help with personal, business, and ag banking solutions. We're ready to dream big alongside you. Whatever your financial needs or goals, First Dakota is ready to help. Member FDIC.
Oh, Sheboygan, I just can't get you off my mind.
Picnics, family reunions, cookouts, all activities are a part of this time of the year. And nothing goes better with your get-together than Sheboygan brats, sausages, wieners, and all-beef hot dogs. Get Sheboygan at your local Hy-Vee today. Produced with pride at Simple Meats in Yankton.
I got Sheboygan on my mind. Sheboygan.
Welcome back in here on KYNT, KYNTV. First pitch of the bottom half of inning number 6 is foul tipped for a ball. At the plate for the Yankton Gazelles, pinch hitter, it's Michaela Humple, hitting in place of Grace Burns. She's in the 0-2 hole here early after that swing and a miss. The 0-2 pitch popped up off the netting and out of play. Bottom half of the sixth, Yankton leads 13-4. So they're trying to secure a spot in the state tournament next week. Humpel swings and misses at that one. That's a punch out for Lanny Van Zee. Kyra Jertsma steps into the batter's box. The right fielder here. Hit by a pitch earlier in this one. She looks at strike one here. 0-1 count now. Van Zee's trying to get this team to the top half of the seventh. Give them a chance to maybe work some magic, down 9. So it's another strike past. Another strike past the freshman right fielder. 13-4 is your score. 0-2 count. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Van Zee sets another one down on strikes here in inning number 6. And that brings up Emma Iyaker. Two away, nobody on. Brooklyn Townsend representing the top of the order on deck. First pitch is a ball to Iyaker. One 1-0 pitch makes it a 2-0 count as that one's off the plate for a ball as well. 2 balls, no strikes, nobody on. Yankton leads by 9 in the bottom half of the 6th. There's 2 away to Emma Iyaker. She's the 9-hole hitter. That one almost catches her shoelaces. She has to step out of the way. 3-0 count now. We'll see if Iyaker's taking all the way. Townsend represents the top of the order in the on-deck circle. She'd be followed by Cameron Koletzky and Ellie Fieser. That one finds the strike zone. Iyaker was taken all the way. See what the center fielder has here as Van Zee goes through a windup. And the pitch, this one popped up into the netting and out of play. Foul ball. Van Zee goes through the windup. Full count, gets her to swing. Strike 3, Iyaker sat down on strikes. And that brings us to the top of inning number 7 when we return. Rapid City Stevens trails by 9. In this one, we'll see what the Gazelles have in store. Back for the top of the 7th in 60 seconds on KYNT, KYNTV.
Moms, we know the responsibilities you face keeping yourself and your family healthy. At Yankton Medical Clinic, they help complete the medical puzzle for you and your loved ones. Working together with continuity and complete care, you can rest assured their knowledge of your family's health history will provide you constant peace of mind. After all, there is simply no replacement for the doctors and medical teams who really know you. Yankton Medical Clinic, so much care, so close to home.
So, you need a new vehicle. What's the best vehicle for you? Where do you get financing? What's your trade worth? Answer all these questions and more at BillionAuto.com. You can compare 16 new car brands and thousands of used vehicles, all in the palm of your hand at BillionAuto.com. Plus, estimate the trade value of your vehicle in 2 easy steps. It's car buying made easy. Apply for credit pre-approval at BillionAuto.com. All applications accepted, not all approved.
Welcome back in here on KYNT, KYNTV. The Gazelles lead 13-4. Grace Burns back out on the mound to finish what she started. Trying to go the complete game here. If the Gazelles can put 3 away before Rapid City Stevens scores 9, this game will be over and the Gazelles will be going to Aberdeen to play in the state tournament. First pitch is a swing and a miss for strike one. There's another one for Burns. 0-2 count now to Koloczewski. Bailey Kokish is on deck for Stevens with Summer Hallway in the hole. First ball of the at-bat there, as that one was high and a little bit tight. 1-2 count now to Koloczewski. That one can't find the zone either. 2-2 count now. Burns trying to work the upper half in these last two pitches. Maybe overcorrection there. She leaves that one low for ball three. Count goes from 0-2 to 3-2 for Koloczewski. That one misses the zone for ball four. Koloczewski will take a free base to start this half inning. Every journey begins with a single step. It's going to be a journey back into this game for Rapid City Stevens as they trail by 9 in the final inning. It's one of the good ways to do it, though, getting that opening walk, putting a runner on the base paths. First pitch to the second hitter of this half inning, Bailey Kokish, is a strike. That one evens the count, though, as that's off the plate for ball one. 1-1 count. That one can't find the zone either. 2-1 count now to Kokish. See what Burns has here, trying to shut this game down. Leaves that one high for ball three. After walking the opening batter, Koloczewski. Now in a 3-1 count to Kokish, but she finds the zone on that one. Count goes full as we set up for a payoff pitch for Burns here. Swing there from Kokish, foul tipped. Ends up in fair territory, but I believe it bounced off of Fiza, the catcher, before rolling into fair territory, so it's ruled foul. Bounce off either Kokish or Fiza. Full count now. Swing there, back up the middle to Burns. She flips it over to her. First pitch of the at-bat from Burns. Just high for ball one. 1-0 count now to Hallway. Make it 2-0 now to Hallway as Burns going for the third pitch of the at-bat. This is the zone on that one as well. 3-0 count. See if Hallway's taken all the way. Burns challenges, leaves that one in the zone for strike one. That one doesn't find the zone. Left low, ball four. Runners at first and second now for Rapid City Stevens with one away in the top of the seventh. And that brings up Lainey Van Zee. First pitch is out of the zone for ball one. Van Zee has a pair of at-bats earlier in this contest. Grounded out to the first base unassisted and then singled. That one out of the zone. Ball two. 2-0 count now to Van Zee. See what Burns has here. 2-0 count, one away in the inning with runners on first and second. This one popped up behind the first base bag. Herbal able to get over there and glove it. Runner trying to move from second to third on the fly, and she does. And on the throw over, runner moves from first to second as well. But there are 2 away in the inning. Rapid City Stevens is going to need a remarkable 2-out comeback in this one. They trail by 9. 13-4 is the score. Yankton leads. The Raiders do have 2 runners in scoring position. That brings up Chloe Olson. Olson has a double earlier in this one. He's also struck out in this game. 2-0 count now to Olson, though, as she takes a pair of balls back to back. The 2-0 pitch. Olson gets contact on it, but it's sent out of the netting. Is out of play for foul. The 2-1 pitch coming up as Burns comes set. She fires and gets that one, strike 2. Another strike from Burns could end this game and send the Gazelles to the state tournament. 2-2 count, 2 on with 2 out. And she gets her swinging for strike 3. Grace Burns punches the Gazelles' ticket with a punch out, and Yankton will move on to the state tournament in Aberdeen next week, taking place on the campus of Northern State University. Congratulations to the Gazelles as they secure a 13-4 victory over Rapid City Stevens here in the Sodak 16. 13-4, 9-run lead. Burns goes coast to coast as she gets the complete game victory on the mound. We'll have a breakdown of her stats and more coming up in the Yankton Rexall postgame show, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a couple of minutes on KYNT, KYNTV.
FNBO is a great big small bank, and for more than 165 years, we've been with you where you are. A bank that's ready for all your needs, both big and small. Here to help you earn more, save more, so you can do more every step of the way. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank. FNBO, independent and family-owned for 6 generations, and ever so focused on you. Stop on by or visit us at fnbo.com. Member FDIC.
Hello. Here's to welcoming moments, big and small, embracing the unexpected, savoring life. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, ready for anything. We listen to your goals and help you achieve them with care and coverage. We'll move you forward through sickness and health and every milestone in between. Avera, moving health forward. Learn more at avera.org/forward.
Enter your grass is always greener with a new John Deere mower from your local C&B. Big or small, let the experts at C&B help you find the mower or utility tractor that'll help you get the job done right. Stop in and check out the John Deere Z-Track mowers or take a load off with a new utility tractor with attachments available to help you with projects of all sizes. Go green this spring at C&B. Learn more about available offers at DeereEquipment.com. That's DEER equipment.com.
Whether it's to watch the game, eat out with family, or grab lunch with friends, Checkers Sports Bar and Grill is everyone's favorite place to eat. Checkers menu has mouth-watering burgers, satisfying sandwiches and wraps, and of course, wings. With 18 specialty wing flavors, there's a sauce for everyone. Like to mix it up? Try their sauce of the month. Head to Checkers Tuesday to Thursday, 4 to 11, and Friday to Sunday, 11 to 11, on Walnut, just north of 4th Street in Yankton.
For work or play, JJ Benji's has got you covered.
JJ Benji's can help your company or business with the right look for employees.
Logoed clothing for casual Fridays, new employees, or daily wear.
The latest styles and materials. Give your team the look you want.
Speaking of team, if you watch the Bucks, Gazelles, or Lancers play,
JJ Benji's is filled with a variety of gear in stock.
For fans from infants to grandparents.
JJ Benji's, 201 Pine Street, Yankton.
For work or play, let JJ Benji's make you look good.
When I'm looking for inspiration, I find it playing ukulele. Music inspires me to be bold and self-expressive. It teaches me how to turn life experiences into art and find new ways to connect with those around you. How do you show your imaginative side? Schedule your campus visit to Mount Marty University at showyourspiritmmu.com.
Olson Pest Technicians is a family-owned business since 1966. And with over 50 years of pest management, they understand your issues. A well-trained team will help you solve your pest problem. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other creepy, crawling pests. Give your home a fresh start and use the proven method of fumigation to take care of your pest problem. Olson Pest Technicians will thoroughly get rid of pests so you can rest easy again. Call Olson Pest today, 800-KILL-BUG. That's 1-800-KILBUGS.
Throw another burger on the grill because barbecue season has arrived. It's up at the lake, out in the park, and right here in Yankton. Get the family together and head down to Lewis and Clark Lake. Make the most of these summer days while they last. On your way, stop by Shop Easy, south of Yankton, for everything you need, from snacks to drinks to paper plates. Barbecue season, powered locally at Stene. Shop Easy, owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation, is open 24 hours for your convenience.
Welcome back in here on KYNT, KYNTV. The Yankton Gazelles have officially been presented with their Sodak 16 Victory Awards as they have punched their ticket to Aberdeen, South Dakota, and the 2023 South Dakota High School Softball State Tournament taking place on Northern State University campus. 13 to 4. Threw the numbers around for a second. I apologize. 13 to 4 is your final score. Yankton with a big win in this one over Rapid City Stevens. As we take a look at some of your stats in the game, this stats review is brought to you by Culligan. Rent a Culligan water system for $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. To schedule your free in-home water test and consultation, visit CulliganYankton.com. Of course, as well, this is the Yankton Rexall post-game show. Yankton Rexall is your hometown pharmacy since 1923. We'll start on the batting end of it. And every Gazelle that had more than one appearance at the plate got on base today. And that's shown on the scoreboard with those 13 runs. So we're going to run right down the list here, and then we're also going to hand out our offensive player of the game at the end. We'll start with Brooklyn Townsend, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored and an RBI. Cameron Koletsky went 3 for 4 with 2 runs and 2 RBIs. Ellie Fieser went 1 for 4 with an RBI. Tori Velick went 3 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. Tori Hansen scored a run as well as a relief runner. Emma Herbold went 1 for 4 with 2 RBI, but that was a 2-run shot over the right field fence. Peyton Mosier went 3 for 4, no RBI, but 2 runs scored. Grace Burns went 2 for 2 at the plate, 1 run, 1 RBI, 1 walk. Kyra Chersma did not record a hit in the game, but did get on base and score a run. She was hit by a pitch in this one. She accounts for one of those 13 runs on the board for the Gazelles. And lastly, Emma Iyaker, 1 for 3 on the day, 2 RBI and 2-run score as a walk as well. All around, every Gazelle getting involved in the batter's box, getting on base, making things happen on the base paths. You need a lot of different contributors. All game. Player of the game brought to you by Hy-Vee, where there's a tied for the team lead in RBI with 2, tied for the team lead in runs with 2, and tied for the team lead in batting average, going 3 for 4 on the day. You add all that together, plus she did not strike out in the game either. More than deserving of our Hy-Vee offensive player of the game. 3 for 4 performance for the left fielder. 2 runs scored, 2 RBI, 2 struck out 10 batters. Well, walked 3 in this game. Through 50 strike over 150 pitches as well. She got really her money's worth. It was a stellar day all around. Her career on pitching Gazelles Sertoma Park going down. These Gazelles go on to the state tournament in Aberdeen. And I'm talking about Burns going coast to coast, throwing that many pitches, and being able to secure the win, striking out 10 batters. She's more than deserving of our Olson's Pest Technicians Defensive Player of the Game. Olson's Pest Technicians is your residential and commercial pest control solution. Call 1-800-KIL-BUGS. Your defensive player of the game, the pitcher on the mound, Grace Burns. But congratulations to the entire Gazelles team, and props to the entire Gazelles defense for making multiple plays out in the field. Cameron Koletsky had a couple in left. I know Peyton Mosier and Tori Velick had a a bit of action as well at short and third. Burns also with a couple putouts on the mound. Everybody was able to get involved today for the Gazelles offensively and defensively, and that shows on the scoreboard. 13-4, Yankton wins, and they move on to the state tournament in Aberdeen. We're going to come back in a couple minutes. We're going to take another break, come back in a couple of minutes. Hopefully we'll have a chance to talk to head coach Jill Muth. I know she wants to celebrate with her team, so we'll keep it short, but we'll talk about what's ahead, hopefully, when we come back on KYNT, KYNTV.
When you need to be sure, make it SureCo. For over 40 years, SureCo has been revolutionizing the tarping industry. From the original Sherlock side-to-side drill tarp, the 4500 series electric tarp, to the ProTrap electric hopper, SureCo has been exceeding the needs of farms and fleets across the U.S. and beyond. When only the best will do, give us a call at 1-800-474-8756 or find us online at SureCo.com. Make it SureCo.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please pull forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are, so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
Sports injuries can be the result of competitive activities, but can also happen by just participating in leisure activities too. If you're experiencing pain as a result of your chosen activity, consider chiropractic care. I'm Dr. Mackenzie Arlington with First Chiropractic Center. We have experienced chiropractors that work with sports injuries every day. Our treatment options are aimed to minimize pain, reduce recovery time, and reduce risk of future injury. Visit First Chiropractic Center, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
This sports season, keep your athlete hydrated with sparkling ice. Choose from a rainbow of colors and flavors, each sourced from nature with vitamins, antioxidants, and zero sugar. Sparkling ice, tease your taste buds with tropical flavor. And rehydrate with Prime Hydration, the perfect combination of flavor and function, changing how you refresh, replenish, and refuel. With 5 awesome flavors and no added sugar, you're getting the taste you want without anything you don't. Prime Hydration, the perfect boost for every endeavor.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. CoreTrust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from CoreTrust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit CoreTrustBank.com today.
Member FDIC.
At Ellis Family Dental Care, we see patients from 1 to 101. Come experience our gentle touch while you relax in our massage chairs and watch TV. Patients are loving our new digital scanner. No more ooey, gooey, gaggy impressions. We'd love to meet you, and we're always accepting new patients. Call 665-2530 to make an appointment. Ellis Family Dental Care, where we take care of the entire family.
Left the entire way. Speed route, right open, Carter Bell! Touchdown! South Dakota! And the Coyotes extend the lead.
Be a part of the fun inside the Dakota Dome this fall. South Dakota football season tickets are available now. The Coyotes' 6-game home schedule opens September 9th against St. Thomas and includes games against rivals South Dakota State and North Dakota. Season ticket packages are the best value and are available at goyotes.com. We are South Dakota.
I'm Lenny, and I've worked at Hydro since 2013. Some say hydro, but it's Hydro. Simply put, we bring aluminum to life by shaping it into the things the world needs. We're global and in over 40 countries. There are 23 plant locations in the U.S., and Yankton is the second largest. This means a career at Hydro is strong and promising, with a great chance to move up or move around. Be a part of a bigger story, a story shaped by you. Jobs.hydro.com.
Welcome back in here on KYNT, KYNTV. Still waiting on head coach Jill Muth, and she did come over and talk to me a little bit, so she had to take care of a couple things, before she could sit down and talk about this game, this performance, and what lies next for the Gazelles, which is the state tournament in Aberdeen. She also mentioned that there might be a special guest involved on our post-game interview, so be sure to stick around for that one. Of course, this Sodak 16 game, the 8-9 matchup, was won by the Yankton Gazelles. They have punched their ticket to Aberdeen, South Dakota, to the 2023 state tournament. Now, it's the first year as a sanctioned high school sport in the state of South Dakota for softball. The Gazelles 1-for-1, making it to the state tournament. It's been quite a year in general for Yankton athletics. Of course, in March, Yankton Bucks basketball secured a state championship. And then today, now, Yankton Gazelles softball making their trip, punching their ticket to the state tournament in Aberdeen. Trying to find some scores from around Class AA in the Sodak matchups. Only 2 games have given official results. The 2 other teams have officially punched their ticket to the state tournament in Class AA. Had to narrow it down. It gave me Classes AA through B originally. But Brookings is one of them as they defeated Sturgis Brown 11-0 today. That game began at 4 p.m. Brookings was the host in that one. They punched their ticket to Aberdeen. And Sioux Falls Lincoln, the top overall seed, hosted Aberdeen Central in their Sodak 16 matchup, and that game ended in a 15-0 victory for the Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots. The Patriots of Sioux Falls Lincoln, the Bobcats of Brookings, and the Gazelles of Yankton. 3 teams who have officially punched their ticket to Aberdeen Central. They'll compete in the state tournament next week, or to Aberdeen, South Dakota, They will all play in the state tournament next week on the campus of Northern State University. We'll talk to head coach Jill Muth. More about that when we come back. We're going to get that interview with Coach Jill Muth, I promise you that. We'll be back in a couple minutes here on KYNT, KYNTV, hopefully, with the head coach of the Yankton Gazelles softball state-bound team, 1-for-1 as a sanctioned sport, Jill Muth. Back in a couple minutes, KYNT, KYNTV.
Do you really think it's a good idea to buy insurance off the internet? After all, it is insurance. It's not a commodity like a toaster. It's a contract to protect what you value most. Your home, your car, your business, your health, and even your life. You need a professional, in-person agent to make sure you have the right coverage to fit your family's needs. Schedule an appointment with us today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Buying or selling your home is one of the biggest decisions you may make in your life. I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate, and I'm ready to help guide you with professional advice from before the listing until after the close. Not only will you get real estate knowledge, but also you provide moving boxes and an enclosed courtesy trailer to help make the move just a little easier. Call me today at 664-5555. Buying or selling your home is one of the biggest decisions you may make in your life. I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate, and I'm ready to help guide you with professional advice from before the listing until after the close. Not only will you get real estate knowledge, but also you provide moving boxes and an enclosed courtesy trailer to help make the move just a little easier. Call me today at 664-5555.
SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab in Yankton has a newer research-based mindset when it comes to treating musculoskeletal aches and pains. We take the time to figure out where the pain is coming from and educate our patients on what they can do to improve their functional range of motion. We administer a range of treatments and preventive approaches that are customized to each individual patient and their health goals. Visit us on our website at swatchiropracticandrehab.com. When you need to feel better, visit SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab out by the lake on West Highway 52.
Want to keep Yankton local businesses thriving? Buy Yankton Thrive Bucks gift cards. I'm Nancy Andy, CEO of Yankton Thrive. Our Thrive Bucks gift cards are great for any occasion, and they make sure your dollars are being spent here in Yankton. The gift cards are sponsored by Kopetsky's Ace, but you can use them at 30 different locations here in Yankton. And they come in a variety of amounts, from $5 to $500. See the list of locations and buy them online at yanktonsd.com or stop by the Yankton Thrive office.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Jim Campbell, insure with MTRC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. MTRCSmithInsurance.com.
Welcome back in here on KYNT and KYNTV, officially on KYNTV if you're seeing us. We got this interview here. Obviously, head coach Joe Muth joining me right now after a big victory for the Yankton Gazelles, 13-4, punching your ticket to Aberdeen in the state tournament. Joining you with us is Brooklyn Townsend, playing second base today. Had a great day at the plate and out in the field. We'll talk to both of you about this. Coach, we'll start with a quick question to you, and then we'll talk to Brooklyn about her performance and send it back to you to top it all off. First of all, what can you say about this team? I know proud is probably a word you're going to throw out a lot, but first year as a sanctioned high school sport in the state of South Dakota, the Gazelles punched their ticket to the state tournament.
You know, I probably had one of the easiest jobs in the coaching AA here. I mean, I had girls come in and they were solid softball players from all the years that they've played with all their club coaches and all their other teams that they've played for. And so my job was pretty easy, you know, bring them in and put them on the field and let them play, you know. But golly, they are just fantastic kids and they work hard and they come in. And I told them tonight before the game, I said, let's be each other's best cheerleaders. And we were all year long. And you're right, I'm just pretty proud of these guys. They've had a fantastic year, and it's this one I've known since she was 2 years old, and it's pretty darn special for me to be able to take these guys to a state tournament.
You know, I had to pick up my phone a little bit because that's where my stats are as we turn it over to Brooklyn here. You went 2 for 4 at the plate, scored a couple runs, got an RBI as well, also just out in the field. But I know, obviously, talking about the game today, you can, but just this team as a whole, what has it meant to you to be a part of this team, and what's it mean to you to go to the state tournament with your friends and teammates?
You know, it's been a great year. This is a group of girls that we've never actually all been together because we've always been doing stuff at different times. So it's our first year together, and it's been great to make new friendships with these girls and form a bond with them, and we really work well together as a team.
So what's one moment from this game that really stood out to you out there on the field? Obviously, us sitting down the third base line, we can see it, but how's it all playing out there in the action?
I think a big moment was for us when we were getting a couple runners on base and weren't exactly getting the right outs, but Grace was able to push through and get us some of those outs for hits and get us going. So.
All right, I don't want to take too much of your guys' time tonight, so I'm going to give you one more question, let you go celebrate with your teammates, and then I'll turn it over to Coach for a couple final questions. What's one moment like this for this season, this first year, as you mentioned, bringing all these girls together on this team, first year as a sanctioned sport in South Dakota? What's one moment from this season that's really stood out to you that you're going to maybe carry with you into the future, but also carry with you into the state tournament next week?
I think those tough practices where we're not all that excited to be there, but we all know we got to be there and put in our best work and keep each other in check and keep each other going. It's been a big thing. It's been good to be able to give each other constructive criticism and help each other out, and it's not hurting anyone's feelings, but we're just bringing each other up at the same time.
Being able to give and take constructive criticism in a team like this kind of shows that camaraderie, and it's shown out on the field. You guys were able to battle out of multiple situations. As you mentioned, times with a few runners on, Grace was able to battle out, or the defense behind her. You guys work really well together. Congratulations, and have fun at the state tournament, and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you to Brooklyn Townsend, second base today for Yankton Gazelles. Had a good day in the field and at the plate. She's going to be a key point heading into the state tournament in Aberdeen next week, and that's where we're going to turn our attention to Coach Muth. You take the trip up. It's on the campus of Northern State University. A lot of good teams there. You've seen most of them, if not all of them, already this season.
Yep, there are a lot of good teams, and I told the girls we're not done. We're going to go make some noise. There's 8-10 teams in this Class AA that could go to the state tournament, and 8-10 teams that could win it, and we're one of them. So you know what? We're hitting the ball well. Grace has pitched her best 3 games of the year here, these last 3 games, and we're going to go up and see if we can score enough runs to get some wins.
And then just talking on an individual level about Grace Burns, your pitcher, she had quite a day. Had a lot of work today, too. Pitched well into the triple digits if the stats are correct. So what kind of goes into your thought process of, as long as she says she's good, I trust her out on the mound, or how do you manage that as a coach?
Absolutely. Yep. She knows. She's been doing this a long time, and she's our workhorse. She's going to go out there and and we're gonna follow her along. So she's gonna keep working on throwing strikes and getting outs and lead us to some victories, I hope.
Now, as I've already said, technically 1 for 1 on making trips to the state tournament as a sanctioned high school sport here in South Dakota.
Right.
Congratulations to you and your team. I'll let you go celebrate with your team. It's a great group of girls. Thank you for doing
They
it.
absolutely are. I've loved every second of coaching these girls, and I'm so proud of them, and we're really excited to go to Aberdeen.
Well, I wish you luck up in Aberdeen, and bring another state title back to Yankton. Why don't you?
We're going to give it our best. Thank you for your coverage. We appreciate it.
Thank you to Yankton Gazelles head softball coach Jill Muth. And that is going to do it for our coverage today of Yankton Gazelles softball here at Sertoma Park. They took the score off the board officially. That doesn't mean I don't remember. 13-4, 9-run victory for the Yankton Gazelles. They secure their spot in the state tournament up in Aberdeen. That'll take place next week on the campus of Northern State University. Good luck to all these Gazelles. And, of course, the coaching staff led by head coach Jill Muth. Thank you to all of them thank you to Coach Muth and Brooklyn Townsend for taking the time to talk to me. Thank you to Bryce Ladwig, as he just stepped on camera there. Sports director here at KYNT, doing a lot of logistics stuff behind the scenes today. Just set up and making sure we're connected to the internet, making sure that nobody unplugs our extension cords, which unfortunately has happened in the past. But it's been a great day so far today. I kind of forgot I was on camera, so now I'm looking at it and I feel awkward. But thank you for joining me on KYNTV, for everybody watching. Thank you for everybody listening on KYNT. Thank you to the Yankton High School staff as a whole. Thank you to Ryan Moores for helping us set up here. He helped me find a place where we could plug in our extension cord that wouldn't be a tripping hazard, but also would be effective for us trying to find a place to set up. Thank you once again to everybody at home watching. Thank you to Scotty Borman and Ayanna Becker, both helping back at the board in the studio. One more thank you to Bryce Ladwig for helping with everything at the park today. I think that's done it. Do it for thank yous. Thank you all for joining me one more time. I've been Brayden Butler. Until next time, stay safe, be good people, and we're out here on KYNT, KYNTV.